Hey, all right. Welcome to TWC Projects. Doing some maintenance that needs to be done today, which includes the driveway grass was growing through it. The stone wasn't very good, so touching it up a bit. And I've done one of these videos before, and I never really quite got it figured out. And I think today, hopefully, I've got it figured out. So stick with me, and I'll tell you more. All right, so as you saw, I did quite a bit of work out here on the driveway already, and it's looking pretty good. Not perfect yet. I'll go around a little bit and touch it up a little bit more, but it looks pretty darn good. Of course, every time I do it, it gets wider, but it looks real nice, and a few little spots I've got to fix up still. But I'll tell you, I've had this land plane, and I've used it about 3 times. Never really quite figured it out. Tried a few different things, and for today, I think I put it to the most use I've put it to, and the best use I've put it to so far. For digging up the grass, as you saw, and the spots that were just kind of hardened down, especially over on the side over here, it was becoming a lawn. I flipped the tines down and used those to dig it up quite a bit, and then when I was done, I flipped them back up. And what I figured out today, finally, the first time I used this land plane, I tried putting it on a perfectly level with the tractor, and thought that was the way to go. And then somebody told me, no, you want to tilt. You don't want the two blades to be parallel to each other. So I think I misunderstood that. So I tried tilting it forward, and so I had the back up higher than the front. Well, today that just wasn't working, and I was getting very frustrated. And then I decided to try the opposite, that maybe I just misunderstood one of the viewers before. And I've watched a bunch of these channels, and I'm gonna lower it down just so you can see what I've done now. Now you can see, like, I've got the back down a lot further than the front, much further. And that seems to be working really well like that. And you're free, it's freewheeling, like, so you're just like letting it rest on the ground, and it's just following the ground rather than the movement of the tractor. So that seems to do a good job. My first cut around, I used the tines to dig things up. Second cut around, and probably third, I did this, you know, several times with that. And then the last, I just get the bucket just a little bit of a tilt, and I just let that float and drag that, back drag everything. And I think that's working for me. You know, like I said, I've watched a bunch of channels, other YouTube shows, and it always looks so easy. It's just not as easy as it looks, I'm afraid. Or maybe it's me. Maybe you guys did it first try, but I think any of you have tried this, or you're new, like I've been to it. Yeah, this is not as easy as it looks, but once you get pretty good at it, it goes better. You know, getting that stuff to drip out. I did have a couple of loads of stone. I'll probably bring some more to put a fresh coat on top, but for the most part, I don't really need to do too much. The biggest problem always is these big, you know, number threes, these big stones. All I can say is if you're doing a driveway and you don't have really bad drainage problems, don't put those down. I mean, if you can pack it down first with trucks and whatever else and get a nice firm pack. You know, I know different parts of the country, the soil's different, in different areas it's different. But boy, I really wish they hadn't put that number 3 down here. It makes a mess of everything. There's no need for it here. And it, you know, this, I don't know, number 57 or whatever. Some people call this 2B. I'm not sure exactly what this crushed, I guess it's crushed limestone. But this stuff is great. That's the right size. And then, you know, if you want it a little bit smoother, you can do the crush and run kind of thing where it's a combination. And you can see, in fact, the stuff that I brought up, you can see the different, how there's a lot of small stuff in there too. So I might put a little bit more of that down on top, but that's, you know, I think especially, you know, parking area is not such a big deal. It's where you got to, you know, when you're driving along, and you need to have it be a little bit smooth, not so rough for people coming in and out and so forth. So I'll keep at this a little bit longer, but for the most part, I just wanted to kind of show you what I was doing. I haven't done a video in a little while. Actually, I've started 2 or 3 videos and haven't finished any of them. So, and this was just work that I needed to do. So it's a TWC project. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Let's finish up and then we'll wrap up. All right. All right, so that's it. We finished up our stone work for today, our driveway work, well, parking area up there, and then down here expanding some parking so that when I do bring the dump truck down and the big trailer, I have a nice place to park it. I parked here before and it was just too muddy and well, I'm just spattering up. And so I'd done some work a little while ago, trenching it out, and then eventually I ended up putting a little bit of a culvert pipe in here. Not a very big one, probably needs a bigger one, but that's what I had, so that's what I put in. And anyway, I brought a bunch of the dirt from up there in the pit area out here to raise this up, because this was all flooding. Like, this was a big puddle right here, pond. So I raised it all up about 5 inches probably, and then kept packing it down. And I'd parked the dump truck here, but just the rain from that clay spattering just made the whole truck covered with mud, so I had to wash it again. But this should help. We've got the stone down here. The main reason I got the stone, though, wasn't really for this, although I did use a little bit up above. I've got another project out here that I started to record another video that I haven't made yet, so you'll see this one before that one. But when I had the excavator down here, I decided to go ahead and just create a nice level pad out here. And I'm going to end up putting some of that stone from over there over to here, and make some boxes and pour concrete in here. I decided I need to take my sawmill a little bit more seriously. I haven't been using it as much, and every time I go to use it, it's just a real pain to get set up, and I don't have the full extensions on it. So I decided I need to kind of really start taking it more seriously and start milling a lot more wood, a lot more lumber. So anyway, in a future video, I'm gonna be putting a pad out here, probably 3 separate pads, but concrete pads, and putting the full sawmill on it, and hopefully that'll work better. It'll stay, it won't be moving around as much, and I can anchor it a little bit better, so when I set logs on there, I don't move the whole thing all around. So anyway, that's part of a future video and plan, but this worked out pretty well today, and I've got a nice spot here now, and I've got a bunch more for maintenance. You always need this stuff for something. And of course, as I said, I'll use some of it up here underneath the foundation of the pad, the concrete pad that I'll put in for the sawmill. So that's it. Thank you as always for watching, for coming along with me as I create things, fix things, and enjoy God's creation outside. Thank you for subscribing, for hitting the bell if you want to get notified when new ones come out. Thumbs up if you liked it, and share with a friend if you think you know a friend that would be interested. So anyway, I appreciate you coming along with me, and until next time, have a fantastic week, and I will see you on the next project.